I know I make a lot of content on like how to gain a following on social media and you know, like all this stuff, and it's like manifest it. I manifested it. I wrote down within 2 months I'm gonna gain more than 10,000 followers on TikTok, and I did exactly that. Hey loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can tell by the title, today I am going to be talking about how you can manifest anything you want in life. I have been manifesting for about 2 years, and sometimes I still shock myself when I look back at my journal and I literally read word for word stuff that is currently happening in my life that I manifested. And so the reason why I'm making this video is because I truly believe that nothing is impossible. Anything that you want, you can achieve, and sometimes a form of manifestation can really help put it out in the universe so it can come back to you. And also, I wanted to say too that anyone that I know that I had a deep conversation with that is doing really well in life and very successful, they all incorporate some type of manifestation within their life, whether they know it or don't. Most of them do know it. I literally hear it from them coming out their mouths. So yeah, I wanted to make this video to kind of give you a better understanding on how to manifest, different types of way to manifest, tips and tricks that has helped me manifest quicker. I'm a firm believer in divine timing. I'm not going to talk that much, and let's get into it. The first thing that I want to talk about is that in order for manifestation to really work, you really have to believe in yourself and that you can achieve anything. A lot of times, if you have trouble with this, I would recommend doing shadow work. What is shadow work? Shadow work is basically finding the root to the specific problem you have and acknowledging it, and then finding solutions to fix it, basically. And it does require a lot of time and stuff like that, but that's just an option that I would recommend. But the reason why you have to believe in yourself when you're manifesting, number one, you don't want to limit yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, you're going to limit your beliefs. You can accomplish so much in life. So if you don't believe you deserve it, why would the universe give it to you? It literally doesn't make any sense. So I just recommend, as a tip, when you are manifesting, do not limit yourself with anything. Write down whatever you want, whatever you feel like you deserve, and allow it to come back to you. So I just wanted to make that known before I even go into any tips, is that you really have to believe in yourself and believe that you deserve it all, because why don't you? So now I'm going to talk about the different ways to manifest. My favorite one is journaling. If you do not have a journal, I recommend you get one specifically for your manifestations and journaling. This is mine. I recommend you getting like a really nice one that you can look at and, you know, it makes you feel good. I'm actually almost done with this journal. I've written so much stuff down, and I really cherish this journal. Or I don't know if you ever heard of this saying, but they say if you haven't written it down, then it's not set in stone yet. So journaling is one of my favorite ways to manifest. It just helps me start my day off good too. I know a lot of times, sometimes when people think of manifesting, they always think of, oh, like I want to manifest a car, or I want to manifest my dream apartment. But sometimes manifesting could just be like, I just want to write down and manifest that today's going to be a great day. Sometimes manifesting can be, I just want to manifest that I am not anxious anymore when I go out in public. You know, manifesting doesn't always have to be this materialistic thing. Manifesting could be that you want to manifest that you are able to grow closer with God. Like, manifesting can be so many things. That's why I recommend it, because it doesn't hurt to do it, you know what I'm saying? And one thing that I love to do with journaling is I love to start my day with that. I'll literally wake up in the morning, I'll get my coffee ready, and then I take a couple deep breaths, and then I start writing whatever I want to write, whether it's something that I'm looking forward to or just something that I'm grateful for. And some tips within journaling is, for me, I've noticed that I like to write in present tense. I don't like to write in past tense, because I want the universe to know that this is currently happening. This is currently coming to me. And I also like to write with a lot of emotions. And when you're journaling, you need to be specific, because the universe does have does have a funny way of working sometimes. So if you are not specific, you'll get what you write, but then you can look back and you're like, damn, like I should have been a little more in detailed with my writing. So those are some things that I would recommend with journaling. A way that I would write something that I wanted to manifest in the morning, say for example, say I wanted to manifest a great day. I would get on my journal and I would write and be like, I am so grateful that today was such an amazing day. I did so many wonderful things and I had so many opportunities granted for me. In the morning, I felt so much gratitude in my heart and I was just so thankful for being blessed in this current moment. Blah, blah, this, you know, and then you go into detail and you can talk about like, I went to the store and I got some flowers for myself and blah, blah, this and blah, blah, that. And an opportunity that I didn't even know came my way through Instagram DMs. You know, like you can just manifest anything. Just write it down. You don't know. So that's why I love journaling. It just helps me start the day off super positive and just allows me to be in a super good mood and allows me to, I swear, there are always car crashes happening over here. It just allows me to be super grateful. And I feel like that's the key element to life in regards to getting stuff you want. You really just have to show gratitude without it. The second way to manifest is more for my visual learners, and it's through creating vision boards. You can either create vision boards physically or virtually. If you want to make a vision board physically, I recommend getting a cardboard box and cutting it, or getting a poster. And you can use magazines, you can use images from online, and just cutting them out and kind of making a collage of everything that you want to happen. It could be short-term goals, it could be long-term goals, which I'll talk about later in the video. And then virtually, which is my favorite because it's just easier and to me it's more aesthetically pleasing to the eye, is you can make vision boards online. I recommend Canva. It's my favorite. I literally use it with everything. And I usually get all my pictures from Pinterest because there's so many beautiful pictures. And with Pinterest, you can literally search anything you want and it will pop up and it gives you a million photos. So those are my two ways that you can manifest. Talking more in detail about vision boards and like long-term and short-term goals. With vision boards, what I like to do is like in the beginning of the year, literally New Year's Eve, me and my best friend, we made vision boards. And you can get really creative with them because like my virtual vision board, I use Polaroids, like a Polaroid template, and then I put specific pictures in the Polaroids, and at the very bottom, I type specific text that I want it to happen in regards to that picture for my whole year. So I already made my 2022 vision board, but what I started recently doing is I make a vision board for each month. So within this month of September, I literally created a virtual vision board of everything that I wanted to happen this month. And I have it as my phone lock screen and also my desktop screensaver. And yeah, it's really nice to look at, and it just motivates me every time I look at it, and I'm just like, gotta get on it. So that's another way that you can make vision boards if you're more of like a crafty, artsy, you want to be a little more hands-on. Sometimes I know journaling is not for everyone. I always recommend doing all of these types of manifestation techniques, but if you prefer one from the other, hey, stick to it. So that would be the second technique that you can do in regards to trying to manifest anything that you want. The third technique that I'm going to talk about is speaking stuff into existence. This one is really powerful, I think. What I mean by speaking stuff into existence is I mean literally saying stuff out loud. Not saying it in your mind, not writing it down, literally verbally speaking it. Now, if you feel weird, you can do it in the shower, you can do it when no one's home, you can do it outside if you're at the park. It really doesn't matter. And when I say speaking stuff into existence, there's two ways you can go about it, I feel like. Number one, if you ever heard asking you shall receive, or number two, claim. Claim it. There's been so many times where I've been like, listen, I am ready to build great connections with people and build friendships that I always dreamed of. Next day, I'm meeting people like crazy that I'm still cool with till this day. Or you can even claim stuff. There have been so many circumstances that I've seen where I'm like, wow. Like one time, one of my friends, she was applying for this job, just applied for it, didn't even know if she got it. We went to this party and people were coming up to her and they were like, oh, like, what do you do? And she's like, oh, like, she was literally telling them, listen, like, this is my job, the job that she applied for. Next day she got it. She was claiming it. So sometimes that's a great way to manifest too. Sometimes people can be like, oh, that's a little bit of being delusional, but I mean, it's gonna happen eventually. So claim it, you know? Why not? So that's just another technique for me. Like, that's kind of fun for me too, especially because I do YouTube, so I have to get comfortable with speaking in front of a camera and trying to be as natural as possible and stuff like that. So sometimes just me speaking stuff into existence, it doesn't hurt. Why not? Do not limit yourself when you're speaking stuff into existence too. And I also think that this technique really allows you to believe it because you're saying it. Like if you ever heard with like affirmations, eventually you're going to believe it. Keep saying in the mirror and looking, I am beautiful, I am beautiful, I am beautiful. Eventually you're gonna understand what you're saying. So that's my third technique that I would recommend you guys to do if you want to manifest anything that you want in life. So the last thing I'm going to talk about is that in regards to manifestation, one thing that I think is really important is you have to be able to let go. When you write something, you can believe it, but don't hold on to it. Let it go into the universe. Know that it's going to come back to you. It's such a beautiful way of thinking, and it's such a beautiful thing to master in life in regards to anything, to be honest. I'll give you an example. There was one time, this was my senior year of college, and this is a very small example, but just to give you like an idea of what I mean. I was on my way home. I had to catch the Metro North and I was in the Uber. Now the Uber's ETA was 3 minutes behind from when the train was gonna come. And I'm literally like, there's no way I'm gonna catch this train. There's no way. I'm 3 minutes behind, I'm going to miss it. But something in me told me, especially at this time, I was first starting to get into manifesting and scripting. And I was just like, Bryce, like, take it easy. Like, if you miss this train, it's not that big a deal. You can just wait for the next one. And so after just telling myself that, I'm like, you know what? You're right. Like, I'm just chilling. I'm gonna make this train. Like, there's nothing for me to worry about. When I tell you I made that train and that train was running 5 minutes behind. That's why I say you never know. So why not write it down? Why not put it out in the universe to come back to you? Because you don't think it can happen? It can. Give it a chance. Give it a try. I've heard of so many stories. I'll literally make a video on like how I manifested my dream life and all that, and talk about like specific examples of things I wrote down and show you the evidence and the proof and all that stuff for another video. But I just wanted to make this video because I think a lot of people don't know about this. You hear about it, but you guys don't really incorporate it in your daily routine. And anybody that I know, like I said in the beginning of the video, that is successful does this. And I think it's a great technique to incorporate within your life. And I think it's just a beautiful thing, you know? And it allows you to have faith, you know? And I think having faith is such a beautiful thing. I hope this video was helpful. I really wanted to make this video because, man, manifestation has really changed the way I think in a lot of stuff, and it really has allowed me to believe in myself and know that the limits are always possible. Like, and just know that anything is possible and I can achieve anything that I want. I also know that how I was raised had a big part of doing it too, because I always had parents that believed in me. But I want you guys to know that if you weren't brought up in an environment that you were surrounded by people that didn't believe in you, know that I believe in you, and know that you should believe in yourself. And just start with journaling, scripting, manifesting, to like help you build that confidence within you to really know that you can achieve anything you want and really get your foot out the door. So this is why I just wanted to make this video, because I think that it's a beautiful thing, and I want you guys to know that you can achieve anything you want. I know I make a lot of content on like how to gain a following on social media and you know, like all this stuff, and it's like, manifest it. I manifested it. I wrote it down. I was like, within 2 months, I'm gonna gain more than 10,000 followers on TikTok, and I did exactly that. Write it down. Ask, and like I said, you shall receive. Thank you guys for tuning into this video. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you in my next one.